think actually I ever talked to you about this.
I don't know. Tell me, because sometimes we.
So it was a couple of years ago. My dad was still alive.
Mm-hmm.
One of a family friends went to see my dad and tell him, hey, I want to get married and I would like to know if you have someone that you can introduce.
Okay.
And this kid was born and he grew up in France. And my dad asked him, but what are you looking for? And he said, I don't want a girl who was born in France because they're too feminist, they're too this, too that. They're too modern. They want to travel.
C'est de blédard, ça.
Yeah. But the strange thing is that this guy was a regular guy. So he said, I don't want a modern girl. I want a traditional girl. Do you have someone that you could
Introduce me
to? Someone pretty, but someone very traditional. And I know you come from this little town in Morocco. So maybe you can think of someone. And my dad actually has a niece. She is still, but at that time she was just gorgeous, single, never married, live with her parents, virgin, of course, because that was one of the requirements. He wanted the girl to be virgin. Of course, that's why he didn't want a girl from France, because we're bad girls.
Okay.
So my dad did the introduction. The guy went to Morocco.
So she wasn't in French. She was in Morocco.
She was in the mountain area, not even in a city in Morocco.
She was in Morocco.
Because he said he didn't even want a girl from the city from
Morocco. So from the village.
Yes. He wanted a traditional woman that's not going to complain, that's going to be happy, staying at home, cooking.
Like babies and all that stuff.
Yes, exactly. And not that we wanted something bad to happen to this girl, but she was in a very traditional home. She took care of her parents, and she was taking care of her parents, and she was not married, beautiful girl, virgin. And really, if you go to the mountain area in Morocco, it's very, very, very traditional. Yeah. So she didn't know anything. I don't even think that she really went to school for long. I think she didn't like it or something. I don't remember why, because I know her brother went to school and her oldest sister went to school,
but not necessarily her, yeah.
I'm not sure why. Never really asked, actually. But I know she could have the opportunity. For some reason, she liked to stay with her parents. I think she was also a little bit shy.
Yeah.
But so for her, of course, it's an opportunity. You can go to France. You can help your parents too. Then she was the youngest too. And so he went to Morocco, went to meet her. Everything goes well. They kind of like each other. She's very pretty.
And everything.
Yeah. What is not to like? The girl is very pretty. And she's very innocent. So he went to see my dad and said, okay, I liked her. So then he went to see the parents, asked her hand, and started the paperwork to bring her in France. That's when the trouble started. So he bring her to France. Of course, for her, can you imagine? You come from the mountain area.
And you go straight to France, not even this Moroccan big city.
Not even a city. I don't even think she ever went in her life in a big city in Morocco. Really? Even the one that was, yes.
Okay, so it's really like a village girl.
And the thing is that even where I live, it's a small town, but they live in a remote area of the mountain.
Small town.
Yes. So it's not even like they were in the middle of the people. So she came to France. Of course, she has us there. We have other family in France, so she was not alone. And at the beginning, things were fine, but then she started asking questions. Like, she thought it was a little bit weird, and she didn't really know who to talk to about it.
Yeah.
And she asked my oldest sister. She was like, well, I don't understand. He asked me to take off my hair from my legs. And you also want me to take off the hair from the...
Moustache.
Like from the upper lips. And for her, that was such
that was strange
to
request.
Do. Yeah. Yes. So it started like this, and she's like, "Oh, that's how it is in France. Women
want to be feminine or whatever, just be like sexy."
Yes, and then my sister gave her a little robe, like a nightgown, so that she can be sexy for the night and everything. And the trouble started. So something was wrong, and we couldn't really figure it out what was wrong. And until one day, so my aunt out there, and she's saying that she's sick.
Oh.
Yes, she's like, oh, I'm sick. And the guy was telling my family, oh, she's being very difficult. And it was very hard for her to spit it out. But when she spit it out to my aunt and my mom, and me and my sister were like, oh, she said that? Because we don't say that, you know. So
tick tock, tick tock.
So she said no, but so she said she was sick. She keeps saying that she has cancer of her throat. She said, I have cancer in my throat. I have cancer in my throat.
Which is very possible. That exists.
And Moroccan women can be so dramatic. She scream and run on, like she roll herself on the floor. And screaming like this. My uncles, everybody's like, she's crazy.
She said
they took her to the doctor.
Cancer.
Yeah, well, they took her to the doctor, and the doctor's like, there's nothing. It's in her head. And my aunt and my uncle, everybody's like, relax, it's nothing. She's like, no, I have cancer, I'm telling you. And so they were in the kitchen. And she said to my aunt, she was like, why do you think you have cancer like, of the throat?
Feel something or some kind of
pain?
pain?
She said, no, I know I'm sick, and this guy is crazy because he wants to have sex like animals. And we're like, what? Huh? And she said, yes, he want to go behind like the animals, like the position that like animals have. I'm not talking about going the back door. I'm talking just the position, which for her, she only saw animals doing that. She never thought that humans were doing that too. And then she said to my aunt, which are kind of religious, I mean, not very, very religious, but kind of. I mean, you wouldn't say that, very traditional, conservative. And she said, he wants to put his things in my mouth. And that's why she thought she was sick.
She had cancer. Well, let me tell you something, girl. A lot of women will have cancer today, but luckily, that's not the problem.